So let's talk about AI. Is it going to be the end of your job? Or is it the single biggest opportunity we've ever had to build a fortune? The answer, it turns out, is kind of both. Okay, let's dive right in. Because what's happening right now is a huge shift. And honestly, where you land in this new economy really depends on you getting a handle on this.
I mean, think about it. When the guy who literally created ChatGPT, Sam Altman, says that AI is coming for all the coding jobs, you have to listen up. This isn't some far-off sci-fi future he's talking about. He's talking about right now, a fundamental change in what skills are actually valuable.
And this isn't just a theory, right? This number, 12,000, that's not just a statistic. That's 12,000 real people who were recently laid off by TCS, one of the biggest tech companies in India. The reason they gave? A skill gap. But what does that really mean? Well, it's the growing space between what humans used to do and what AI can now do way faster, way cheaper, and let's be honest, often better.
And this is the part you really need to get. You are not competing against a machine. You're competing against another person who has figured out how to use that machine. Someone who can use AI to get the results in 1 week that might have taken you a decade of experience to achieve. That's the new game.
So that brings us to the most important question of all, doesn't it? With all this disruption happening, how do you make sure you're on the winning side of this thing? How do you go from being afraid of AI to being empowered by it? Well, the answer really starts with a huge mindset shift. The old way, the one we all grew up with, was about working harder, putting in more hours, grinding it out. The new way is all about working smarter. It's about using leverage. It's not about how much effort you put in, it's about the tools you master. I love how entrepreneur Dan Martell puts it. He basically says that wealth in this new world won't come from working harder. It's going to come from mastering the tools that help you work less. And when you grab onto that idea, the fear of losing your job just completely flips into this massive opportunity to create your own fortune.
All right, so let's get into the good stuff, the actual tools you can use. First up, we're going to look at some tools that are just blowing the doors off of creativity, letting pretty much anyone create amazing content from just a few words.
Okay, so check these out. With a tool like HeyGen, you can create a digital version of yourself, an avatar, that can deliver video scripts for you. Then you've got 11 Labs, where you can literally clone your own voice. So even if you're sick in bed, your AI twin can still record that voiceover for you. And Kling AI, whoa, you can take a boring static picture of a product and just bring it to life with animation.
Okay, here's a brilliant and kind of sneaky example of this in action. There was this young entrepreneur, right? She used HeyGen to create an avatar of her dad who looks older and, more experienced. She then used his avatar to deliver training videos to new hires. Boom, instant authority and credibility. Now that is working smarter. All right, next up, let's talk about tools for becoming an expert instantly. Remember that skill gap we were talking about earlier? Well, these tools are basically here to completely erase it.
Seriously, think of this as having your own personal research team on call, 24/7. If you have a massive 100-page report you need to understand, Claude AI is amazing for that. If you want to turn your textbooks into a personal tutor that you can actually talk to and ask questions, use Google's Notebook LM. And if you need to fact-check a claim you saw online, Perplexity and Elicit.org will pull up actual academic papers with citations. No more guessing.
I mean, just stop and think about the power here for a second. You can upload an entire, super dense, complicated textbook and then just ask it, hey, explain quantum physics to me like I'm 5. The barriers to understanding really complex stuff have just vanished.
And finally, this is where it all comes together. Let's look at the tools that help you build and scale a business. This is where you can automate your sales, your marketing, your operations, to a degree that is just mind-blowing.
Okay, this one, your Atlas, is an absolute game changer. Imagine this. A potential customer fills out a form on your website. Instead of you scrambling to call them back, an AI voice agent calls them instantly. It answers their questions, qualifies them as a good lead, and then books a meeting directly into your calendar. It never sleeps, it never gets tired, it just works.
And look at how simple the workflow is. A lead comes in, the AI instantly calls them, a meeting gets booked. That's it. This one simple automation eliminates hours of that soul-crushing manual follow-up, freeing you up to do what you're best at. That's pure leverage.
And oh, it does not stop there. You need to write some killer ad copy or a new landing page. Tools like Jasper or Copy.ai can do that for you, and they can do it in your specific brand voice. You need to create a professional-looking pitch deck for investors, like Buy This Afternoon? Gamma has you covered.
The speed you can execute at is just incredible. So, you might be wondering, how do you connect all these different tools together? Well, a tool like n8n.io acts as the superglue. It lets you create custom workflows for anything you can think of. So, for example, when a customer pays you, you can have it automatically send them a welcome email, add them to your community, and text them a welcome message, all without you lifting a finger.
All right, let's finish with one last kind of surprising number. 13%. What do you think that is? It's the average percentage of credit card transactions that fail, not because of fraud, but just for simple processing reasons.
And as you've probably guessed by now, there's an AI for that. A tool called FlexPay just uses intelligent retries to recover that lost revenue for you automatically. It basically boosts your bottom line with zero extra work. It's like finding free money.
So as we've seen, when you step back and look at the big picture, it's really clear. The era of just grinding through repetitive tasks, of being held back by a skill gap, it's rapidly coming to an end. The leverage that these tools give you is it's too powerful to ignore.
The tools for creativity, for expertise, and for automation, they're not science fiction anymore. They are here. They are accessible. The technology is no longer the bottleneck. So the only question that's left, the only one that really matters, is a personal one for you. What will you build?